Have you ever wondered how your computer works? It's like a bustling city full of activities. Just like a city, a computer's not a single thing. It's a bunch of things working together. Think of your computer as a city. The city is full of buildings and infrastructure which are like the physical parts of your computer. These physical parts, we call them hardware. The central processing unit, or the CPU, is the city's town hall, where all the important decisions are made. The hard drives are like the city's warehouses, storing everything from photos of your last vacation to your favorite songs. And the memory, or RAM, is like the city's workers, juggling tasks quickly and efficiently. But a city isn't just buildings, right? It's the people living and working there that make the city alive. In our computer city, these are the software. The software are the programs that run on your computer. They're like the citizens of our city. The games you play, those are like the city's athletes. The word processors you use for homework, they're like the city's writers. And the operating system, it's like the city's mayor, making sure everything runs smoothly. So, just as a city needs both buildings and people to function, a computer needs both hardware and software to work. Without hardware, software has nowhere to live. Without software, hardware has no purpose. Together, they make your computer a bustling city of activity. Let's take a closer look at the city's buildings, our computer's hardware. Imagine the central processing unit, or CPU, as the city hall. It's the brain of the computer where all the major decisions are made. Just like the mayor in the city hall decides what happens in the city, the CPU decides what your computer does. It processes all the instructions, whether it's opening a document, playing a game, or browsing the web. Now let's visit the city's library, which is like the computer's memory, or RAM. Just as a library holds books filled with information, the memory holds the data and programs that the CPU is currently using. It's a temporary storage space that's faster to access than the hard drive. So when you're working on a document or playing a game, the data is stored in the memory for quick access. Finally, we arrive at the city's warehouses, the computer's hard drives. These are the long-term storage spaces where everything is kept when not in use. Just like a warehouse stores goods until they're needed, the hard drive stores all your files, apps, and the operating system itself. In our city analogy, the CPU, memory, and hard drive are the infrastructure that makes everything work. They're the physical parts of the computer that we can touch and see. So the hardware is like a city's infrastructure without which the city wouldn't exist. Now let's meet the people who live in our computer city, the software. Just like a bustling city full of people, our computer city is teeming with software, each performing its own unique tasks. Think of the operating system as the city's government. Just like how a government manages and coordinates all the activities in a city, the operating system does the same in our computer city. It's responsible for keeping everything running smoothly, making sure each piece of software has what it needs to work properly. Now consider games and applications as the citizens and businesses of our city. Each game and application, like each citizen, has its own role to play. A game might be like a cinema, providing entertainment, while a word processor might be like a library, offering a place for work and study. But how do these citizens, our software, carry out their roles? Well, they use the city's infrastructure, our hardware, to function. Just like how a person needs roads to get around the city, software needs the hardware to run. It uses the central processing unit, the computer's brain, to think, the memory to remember, and the hard drive to store information. So, software is like the city's people, without whom the city would be empty and lifeless. They bring life to the city, making it a lively and dynamic place, just as software brings our computers to life, enabling us to do amazing things with them. Now let's sum up what we've learned in a fun rhyme. In our computer city so bright, the hardware is the building standing upright. The software is the people, full of might. Together they make the computer city run day and night. It's a busy place where hardware and software unite to create the magical world of computing right under our fingertips. Remember, just like a city needs both buildings and people, a computer needs both hardware and software to work. So next time when you're using your computer, think about the bustling city inside it.